Doug is the strongest link. He's the only player to answer a question correctly in that round. The weakest link is Mike. Find out who will take the next walk of shame when we return to The Weakest Link.
Voting over, and it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Mike.
Cherice.
Cherice. Cherice.
Mike, I asked you about the late-night talk show host who had the quintuple bypass.
Yes.
In the time that it took for you to give me a wrong answer, I could have had a quintuple bypass. So, Mike, you think Cherice was the weakest link?
I think so. It had to be someone.
Here's a bit of trivia I bet you didn't know. Between you and Ari combined, you have as many right answers as Cherice did in the entire show.
Hey, it's the way it goes sometimes.
On that last round, Mike was the worst player statistically, but it's votes that count out here. Cherice, the journalism student who thinks that there was a big shark in War and Peace. Back to the books. You're the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think the men conspired against the women because it's all guys there now, and I think Doug is probably the next one to get off.
Round 14, you banked $3,500 so far. 3 of you macho guys left, 15 seconds coming off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round, and that is Doug. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Doug, in transportation, which make of GM car includes the Century and the LeSabre?
Buick.
Correct. Mike, what folk trio had Billboard hits with Leaving on a Jet Plane and Puff the Magic Dragon?
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Correct. Ari, what D is an SC Johnson brand of clog remover that comes in both liquid and foam form?
Drano.
Correct. Doug, in geography, the Bahamas are located in which of the 5 major oceans?
Atlantic.
Correct.
Right.
Mike, Lovell, Borman, and Anders are names of which? The 1939 New York Yankees or the Apollo 8 astronauts?
Apollo 8 astronauts.
Correct. Ari, the Boston Hospital St. Eligius was the main setting for what TV drama?
St. Vincent's.
No Saint elsewhere. Doug, the song Teddy Bear was a Billboard #1 hit for which rock icon who met with President Nixon in the Oval Office?
Elvis.
Correct. Mike, in what Cameron Crowe film does Renee Zellweger deliver the line, "You had me at hello"? Time's up, and the correct answer is Jerry Maguire. In that round, you banked $2,500. Now, in round 5, you get a chance to double what you bank, which means if you do it right, you can make $25,000. The question is, who is going to help you get to 25 G's? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Doug is the strongest link for the 3rd time this game. The weakest link is Ari. Can he survive this final elimination?
Voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Ari.
Ari. Doug.
Doug, why have you voted identically with Mike the entire show?
I haven't kept track, sir. I just got with who I felt was the weakest link.
Mike,
Yes.
what kind of deal did you have with Doug?
No deal at all.
Sure. Why'd you pick Ari?
At this point, he was the weakest link.
Ari, the motivational speaker. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. Go, go, go! You're the weakest link. Goodbye.
The alliance was made between Doug and Mike, so it was just a matter of time before I was knocked out.
Round 5. So far, you've banked $6,000 out of a possible 50 grand. Doug, Mike, just the 2 of you left. This time, you'll only have 45 seconds. Whatever you bank in this round will be doubled and added to your total to make up your grand prize money. $25,000 up for grabs right now. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round, and that's Doug. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Doug, by definition, the word Lebanese refers to the people or culture of which country?
Lebanon.
Correct. Mike, what Matthew Broderick musical set a record for winning the most Tony Awards?
Brighton Beach.
No, the producers. Doug, what NFL team plays its home games in the Pontiac Silverdome?
Detroit Lions.
Correct. Mike, what Russian-born science fiction author wrote the Foundation trilogy and I, Robot?
Isakov.
No, Isaac Asimov. Doug, what E from the Greek for full to bursting is a word for an organism in its early stages of development?
Embryo.
Correct. Mike, which animal can typically hear higher frequencies, a dog or a mouse?
Mouse.
Correct. Doug,
Bank.
Parrot Heads is a name given to the fans of which Margaritaville singer? Correct. Mike. Time's up. That bank was too late. And between you two in that round, you only banked $500. So we'll double it and add it to the bank from the previous rounds, and that means you have a grand total today of $7,000. But only one of these two Einsteins will win that money. The other will leave with nothing. The final round will decide it all when we return to The Weakest Link. Doug and Mike, you made it to the final round, and $7,000 is up for grabs. But only one of you gets to take that money home, so you'll now be playing against each other head-to-head. I'll ask alternating questions, best of three. Whoever gets the most questions correct wins. So Doug and Mike, for $7,000, let's play The Weakest Link. Doug is the strongest link in the last round. It's your choice as to who goes first.
Mike can go first.
Mike, in television, what male actor played regular characters in both the short-lived sitcom ER and the drama hit ER?
Omar Epps.
No, the correct answer is George Clooney. Doug, which Chrysler auto executive led a citizens group that raised the money for the restoration of the Statue of Liberty?
Lee Iacocca.
That is the correct answer. Mike, which U.S. state was named for the wife of England's King Charles I?
Maryland.
That is the correct answer. Doug, actor James Dean starred in which film that had its New York premiere 26 days after his death?
East of Eden.
No, the correct answer is Rebel Without a Cause. After two questions, your scores are tied. Mike, in chemistry, dry ice is a solid form of what common chemical compound?
Sodium.
No, the correct answer is carbon dioxide. Doug, you get this right, you won. In order to avoid confusion with Monkey Davy Jones, the British pop star and Tin Machine vocalist born David Jones took on what last name?
Smith.
No, the correct answer is Bowie. Well, after three questions, your scores are tied. So, Doug and Mike, let's play sudden death. Mike, in a famous 1989 broadcast, a lone man stopped a column of tanks on the Avenue of Eternal Peace in which Asian country?
Philippines.
No, the correct answer is China. Doug, what was the denomination of the 1995 commemorative U.S. postage stamp featuring Marilyn Monroe?
32 cents.
That is the correct answer. Doug, you're today's strongest link, and you go away with $7,000. Mike, you go away with nothing.
I can't believe I made the show, and I did well. That was a big thing. I wanted to come here and know a lot of the questions, and I did know them. And maybe I got a little lucky at one point, but I did it. And I came and I did it.
I don't feel as though I deserve to win today because I missed the questions at the end, and that's what it's about. You know, whoever answers the most questions at the end, they deserve to win the pot. And Doug did that today.
Join us next time on The Weakest